Está
It
moviendo.
is.
Yo no sé.
We were already live.
I'm like Orion. Hi everyone. I'm like, cause I wanted
It
to.
is a juicy topic. Come on, Orion is in the middle. Okay.
So we're gonna move Orion a
Yeah,
little bit so and keep
exactly. So
yeah,
we
so
can
you can
get
see
closer
in the
because,
camera. So because we
yes,
have such a juicy topic.
yes, we do. Oh my gosh.
Such a good topic. A topic that I'm pretty sure all of us can relate. So
Hello,
hello
we see people
everyone.
joining already. Welcome,
Well, yeah,
welcome.
welcome.
Yes,
Thank
we
you for coming and showing up and supporting us. We are so grateful and humbled by it. My name is Janet Altagracia, and this is my teacher, Maria Dari del
Maria
Sol.
del Sol, yes, and we are here tonight with another amazing topic, and I would say the most amazing topic.
The topic is going to make us go,
Mm.
It's going to give a lot of clarity. Oh, I love the hearts.
Yes, I
Thank
do
you.
love those hearts too. So love them.
So,
Thank you so much, and thank you for the hearts that we are receiving here in Instagram. We are live in Instagram, in YouTube, and also on Facebook. So if you any of the social media, you can say that we are not here. We're putting ourselves out there for you to be able to get this information. We believe this information somehow can change our perspectives of how we see our mother.
and that's the key thing. That is,
Mhm.
it's about changing our perspective of how we see our mother. Don't take anything personally, especially us when we are mothers,
Yes, yes, yes.
because sometimes we can and stuff. So it's nothing about that. It's just how to understand it so that we can continue growing, learning, and evolving
Yes,
from it.
yes,
That's what we hear.
that is our intention here.
Yes,
Our intention is
absolutely.
that you can here we are not to judge
Nope,
anybody
no
because
judgment.
really no one knew how to do it better. But we have a possibility today with this tool of family constellations and this process of the book that we are doing here, Alchemy for the Soul.
Just by the way, if you don't have it yet, buy the book, buy the book, buy the
Exactly.
book.
You can buy the book. These are 7 steps to transcend your ancestral past. And our intention is that you can get to understand how you are connected to the unresolved memories of your ancestors that still you replicate and you don't like, but you still keep on doing them because you don't know how you are so attached to them. And our intention is that you can understand better how that happens and how you can liberate yourself from
Yes, and
it.
it
Yes.
feels good when we understand how to liberate ourselves from it.
Yes,
So
definitely.
we are ready.
Yes, and we have a beautiful topic today, and it's called the mother. Oh, and by the way, for the ones who want to see this video again or you want to share this video, we want to invite you to go to my YouTube channel, Maya Dari del Sol. We have 2 channels, one in English and one in Spanish. And for the ones that speak only Spanish and that want to know more, understand more of what we will be talking about today, we also have this club going on Thursdays at the same time. So you can also
Yeah,
join that tribe.
absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely. The more the merrier. We want to get it out to everywhere. So
Yes, exactly. So thank you, Janet, for being here.
this
And
was a
thank you.
juicy topic. You know I was going to be here.
And then thank you everybody that is there in Instagram. We see Cara Budi Medina and we see Clau Mesa and Soli and we see other people there. So thank you so much for being present. We are ready, aren't we?
We are ready. And the
Yes.
month of May, the month
And
of mothers.
isn't that something?
Yeah, the
Without
month of May.
meaning, we're gonna be talking about
Just
the mother.
the lovely way the universe brings topics that are important to speak about.
Yes. So let's see. We all have that tendency because it's a tendency to say when we are adults. And let's say that we went through difficult experiences or we saw them as difficult when we were children.
Mhm.
And so maybe those experiences with mom weren't what you as a child needed or somehow expected. Hmm? And so we have a tendency as adults to say, oh, well, yeah, my mom did what she could and I already forgave her. Just that phrase is saying a lot. See, because I forgave her is like putting you in a position to say that my mom didn't know and I know more than my mother. So you somehow have a claim that you haven't healed. See, for example, in simple things like that, we get to understand that to heal the mother is a whole process.
It is. I mean, look at that phrase. And I have to admit, we've all said that. Like, we think that our parents actually did something wrong.
Yes,
And here's the clifford. They did not.
yes. And we create disorder
Mm-hmm.
in the system when we think that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's our mind who wants to believe that you forgave. But within you, within that soul, maybe the process hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, this is a process. So we are going to talk about the mother today, so you can have a different understanding of mom.
And even like with that concept, my mother did the best that she could.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother did her soul agreement with you.
Yes. Yes. If we go to the agreement,
Yeah.
yeah, we
So
can say yes, we had an agreement. But the child that we were cannot understand
doesn't
that
understand that.
agreement because, of
Absolutely.
course, when we get to be here in this humanity, in this body, let's say, we lose the connection and we actually forget all the purpose and the agreement. And we are born here and in that state of vulnerability, we are, oh, I need that from you. I need your affection, your care, your protection, your love, your attention. And
Yeah.
some of those weren't filled or fulfilled because of the circumstances.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
mom, besides being a mother, was also a woman that was also learning something. And maybe she didn't have the ways to cope with what happened in her life that she couldn't give more. But we are going to understand the root of why mom couldn't give me what I needed as a child, let's say.
Yeah. Or maybe we as children expect her to do because she is mom.
Yes, of course. And
Yeah.
yeah, and in a way, yes, a mother should be there for the child,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
But the mother cannot be there for the child because the mother cannot give what she doesn't have.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I hear people, my mom never told me I love you. My
Mhm.
mom never hugged me or caressed me, or she didn't give me the attention that I needed. But ask yourself, have you seen maybe how was the relationship between your mother and her mother? What happened in your mother's childhood? How was that connection or that relationship between grandma and your mother? Something happened that this child didn't receive that sort of affection, so she doesn't know how to give that to the descendants.
Mhm.
Mm. And so understanding this can give us a little bit of more compassion because when we get to see our mother as a child and see that she didn't receive what I feel that I don't didn't receive, it can give you another eyes. It's like you see differently mom. Oh, it's like, oh, I see it because I feel it. I feel the same way. And you can say, I can see that you didn't receive, and that's why you cannot give me, or you couldn't give me what I needed during my childhood. Mm. And the thing here is that the transgenerational is where that love got stuck. Somewhere throughout history, something happened that the mother couldn't fulfill that role of being the mother because something was happening in the circumstances of the moment. And then the child and the mother got somehow disconnected energetically, because all of it happens energetically first. And so we can say, yes, I see my mom and this and that. But when I go see my mom, it's like we don't have a connection.
Mhm.
So where did the disconnection happen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
where do the disconnection happen before that you are feeling this sort of emptiness or disconnection with your mother? And if you are disconnected from mom, guess what? You are disconnected from love and from life itself.
Yes.
Because mom is the first connection for the child. And if mom, let's say, while she was pregnant, she was going through something difficult, or she wasn't expecting to get pregnant, and she is, and maybe she thought, oh, I don't want this baby, then the first memory that these cells that will become a child are feeling already rejection, disconnection.
Mhm.
So this connection can start from way beyond where you can imagine. And it's sometimes hard to get to those memories unless you get to experience the family constellations, where you can really see how the connection between mom and you is without filters. Because in the constellation, there are no filters. When you are in the experience of healing your ancestors in the process that we do, which is called family constellations, there are no filters in what we are confronting. We can see our soul out there as a projection of what we haven't been able to see or we don't want to see, and other times we see it as a picture of ourselves in front of us, and it kind of is like, oh my gosh, shocking sometimes. It's like, do I feel this way with my mom?
Oh,
Do I feel anger, resentment, sadness? And and it is good to say, yes, I do.
and that part is hard
Embrace,
sometimes.
yes,
Because
it
I know
is.
that's what happened to me. Like my relationship with my mom is can be strained, and sometimes when I did feel the anger, because we do feel those stuff, it was very hard for me to come to terms with that.
Mhm,
And I will get very angry at myself and
mhm,
then put a lot of judgment on myself. And
mhm.
like Maya said, if we can just embrace it and say, okay, this is how I feel, then we can start the healing process to have the compassion for your mother and yourself, and see everything from a different perspective, especially from a perspective of love, which is the journey.
Mhm.
That is the journey. I mean, I'm still in that journey.
We are all in this
Yeah,
journey
I'm
because
still in
we
that
got to
journey.
experience so many memories with our mother.
Yeah.
Even if you were adopted, those memories are ingrained within you. And if you haven't been able to heal that, then you must be living conflicting experiences with others, especially in your relationships with
Mm-hmm.
your partner, with your friends, even with your children. Hmm? So let's talk a little bit about the mother then, since we are so already in the topic. So we want to give you, if you are a woman there or a mother, and we want to give you this information because we say yes to the unconsciousness of dysfunction. Of course, we do this unconsciously, but we say yes to what we don't want because it's the only possibility for me to see what my system, my family system is carrying that I must hear. So when I say we say yes to our partner, let's say this is a woman that meets this man and says, yes, I say yes to this relationship, right? But that relationship, you cannot see at the beginning what is in there. It eventually will show after the factuation moment, after all the la la land, right? And all of a sudden, the true starts appearing in the relationship. And you didn't see it before. I didn't see that coming because the other one came to show me something that I say yes to see.
Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
in my relationship with my
Mm-hmm.
partner, there was moment that I would look at my partner and go, "Oh my God, I married my mother."
Yes. We marry our mother.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes.
No matter if we are men or women, and our partner, that partner is our mom. And we are expecting that our mother give us what she couldn't give us back then through our husband or through someone else. And so that's why sometimes you have conflicting
Hmm.
relationships because you're still looking for mom to say, I see you, son or daughter, or to acknowledge you, or to hug you,
Validate.
validate you,
Yes.
approve you. Whatever it is that you felt mom didn't give you, you're still expecting that to be given by the wrong person because the other person is not there for to give you that, but that you need to work yourself on processing that as an adult and to see your inner child that has these needs that weren't fulfilled in order to heal that, let's say. But the mother says yes to an unconsciousness that she doesn't even recognize within herself. That is
Mhm.
the point. She says, yes, I do. She says,
I
yes, I
do.
do to something that she's not aware of.
She doesn't know what she said. I do too.
Yes, yes, exactly. So it is very interesting to see how our mother doesn't even know what she's carrying.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh my God.
And since she's carrying these memories, unresolved memories from the past, and she hasn't been able to resolve it because maybe her mother couldn't resolve it or great grandma couldn't resolve it, someone in the line down the road needs to resolve it. So she says, yes, I say yes to this, but I'm not expecting what is gonna be coming.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And what is happening that could be dysfunctional is because we haven't been able to see our history or the history of our ancestors. And so the mother, and just think about this, how many memories the feminine lineage is carrying.
Many, many memories.
The silence of women that couldn't express how they felt, for example. How can that be affecting us today? Maybe we submit to others and we don't prioritize ourselves and we say yes to everything when we don't want to say yes. See, all of that is the result of memories from the transgenerational that haven't been healed yet.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
we are not aware of it, maybe we unconsciously say yes to things that we want to say no. And then we are feeling bad because, oh, why did I say yes when I meant to say no? And that is because we women, we were taught to say yes to any need, to
Anything.
fulfill the needs of others, and to leave ourselves the last.
Always be. Yeah. Yes. We
Yes.
we have this sense of our obligation
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes it doesn't even make sense, but
Mm-hmm.
yet we do it anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So all of that is affecting us today. All the memories of Inquisition, all the memories of slavery, all the memories of colonization, all the memories of all the social cultural habits and ways of doing things, all the conditioning is affecting especially women. So we come with a lot to heal. And if you were born women at this time, maybe you and you are listening to this information I'm hoping that this information resonates with you. And this could be a call for all women to say, what am I carrying?
Be very observant.
Mm-hmm.
Just observe, especially when you react to different things.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it from a point of not judging or whatever. You look at it from a point, let me observe. Why did I react to this? Like, and just be quiet, meditate, just observe it
Mm-hmm.
because it speaks very loud. It will speak to you.
Yes, yes. I had the other day I had the Spanish tribe
Mm-hmm.
meeting. And by the way, next week is our meeting, our Zoom meeting. So if you want to join, welcome to join us. We meet once a month. We have our tribe meeting. So you can come and ask questions and we can connect more directly because through Zoom we get to interact and learn and everything. So we had our Spanish group last this past Wednesday,
Wednesday, okay.
and then one of the ladies came with this topic of why do I feel like I want to be aggressive when I reply, when I answer, and it is a way of expressing something that maybe your ancestors couldn't express. And today you feel aggressive because you don't want to do it as they did, and you're still doing the same, and you are limiting yourself to fulfill the needs of others. And there is a point where you need to just scream it and yell it, and you don't know how to say, no, I don't want to do it. So you say yes, but you do it aggressively.
Right. It's
So
like your form of releasing it,
yes,
but it's just, yeah, you're
but
doing it
it's
aggressive.
unconscious.
Yes,
So
unconscious, yeah.
instead of bringing more harmony, it brings more conflict.
It's like I say, no, it's a complete sentence.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So let's go to the book and see what the book has to tell us tonight. For the ones that don't know it, we are following the information of this book that I wrote last year, Alchemy for the Soul. And we are in the step of inclusion. Oh, yes, we are inclusion, right?
I think we did inclusion
Yes, we are
last
in the
week.
step of
Okay.
inclusion, which is the first step. And we are in page number 67.
For people following us with
Yes,
the book.
for people following us with the book. So it is very important to be observant of the work you do with your mother throughout this information that I'm giving you from this book. The mother carries most of the information that needs to be healed from the lineage, and she is the one who passes it on to us genetically. See? So Tarso Fires, which was one of my teachers in family constellations says that the mother is the one who gives us all the secrets.
Isn't that beautiful? I love that.
Yes. But the secrets are not so good. So our task is to uncover those secrets.
We become their voice.
We become their voice. So when I was talking about this group, she said, but when I see myself, I'm already just yelling and screaming. And I said, well, those are the voices of your ancestors who couldn't say it the way you're saying it today. And if we don't get to see it consciously, we will keep doing it the same.
I'm thinking just as you were saying that, I grew up with my mom, beautiful woman, but that's the way she was. She was always screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And now that so I used to cover it by saying she just talks loud. But for me, I felt like she was always being screamed. So I felt how I reacted to that. It's like, and then I put myself low so that, like kind of like, oh, I don't want to scream. I don't want to. So, it's all these things that we're carrying. And as you're saying that, I just got triggered. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
I grew up in an environment like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so maybe that woman, your mother, needs to be heard that I need to say things in this way. And then maybe you were taught to not to say, just to be submissive. Each of us is going to take a different behavior based on how mom behaved with us. And so how is that affecting you? Just question yourself. How was my relationship with my mom when I was a child?
Yeah, that is, I'm gonna have to sit and observe that.
Yes, see? So, because these observations are the only navigator that we have to change our reality today and the way we connect with others. If we are disconnected from our mother, then we are disconnected from all possibilities to connect with others because the mother is the one that gives us permission to connect with others.
Wow, it's very deep, deep stuff.
And this is all energetically. So if, for example, the mother didn't like the father or rejects the father or excludes the father, then this child doesn't have permission to love others because only mom is safe. The other ones are not because the father represents the other ones. Mom represents life and everything, how we are connected and attached to mom. I'm safe with mom, no matter if she yells or screams or is abusive. But at least I have that. I feel more secure. But if mom doesn't also approve or accepts or includes the father, then I just don't have anybody to connect with because I don't feel comfortable with others. I don't have the energetic permission to love others.
Because unconsciously, we will always be loyal to our mom.
Yes, yes, we are so much.
Hmm.
Unconsciously, we are so loyal to do it as mom does or says.
Yes.
And we can be 57,
No age.
no age. We're still doing it like mom because within each of us there is an inner child
Hmm.
that says yes to what mom does and says. No matter if me, the adult, says, but I don't want to do it like my mom. But at the end, you do it like your mom because the inner child is the one who controls your life when you have been able to recognize this part of you, integrate it, and heal
I just stay amazed with that.
it. So that's the only work we have to do. It's simple.
Very simple.
So women have the responsibility to heal. The more women heal, the more we help to heal the system of life because we are the one bringing more life to life, more babies. So if we don't heal this, our children won't heal it, and the whole dysfunction will continue to the new descendants.
Mhm.
So healed women are a possibility for an expensive change. Women wake up. Our children only accept or include who and what we include.
Wow.
And I'm going to repeat
I
this.
was gonna say that's one definitely worth repeating. Yes.
Women wake up. Our children only accept or include who and what we include.
I'm like, just think about that. Wow.
And so, out of loyalty to us, to our moms or women, they proceed to do it the same as we did or our system did. And all of this happens unconsciously because it's an energetic attachment.
Hmm. And we take a deep breath.
Yes, we need to say, wow, that's a
Oof,
lot.
it's a lot.
Just think of
Yeah.
all the information that you don't like about your mother, that at the end maybe you ended up doing like your mother. No matter how much you struggle not to do it like her or to say it like her, and at the end you ended up doing it the same because you are so trained by now. And those memories are so ingrained in you. And all the ancestral memories that your mother learned are already also within you because that's part of your genetic information. So we cannot deny what is here. But what we can do is start self-observing where I'm at and what's my part to heal. And the most I get to see, at least I can help heal my system, my descendants, and the system of life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. I call that the gift, you
yes,
know.
yes, it is. So, this is a profound way of understanding how we are so loyal to mom. And if mom said no to this, I'm sure you today say no to that, even though you want to say no to it. At the end, you ended up doing it, or you self sabotage your possibilities to end up being loyal to mom again. And then
Mm-hmm.
we get so upset about that because we don't want to. But if we haven't healed that part, guess what? The results are going to be the same.
You will repeat it. Yes.
Yes. So there are no mistakes in life. If you lived stories of abandonment, rejection, or betrayal, you attracted them as an invisible loyalty to your system. Perhaps your mother and or grandma attracted the same unconsciousness. Perhaps they went through the same and could not resolve it. Maybe the unresolved emotions of anger, resentment, or sadness are still held in their hearts. And today you are replicating it. So see your life today. See, let's say, let's put an example here. Your relationships with your partners. What has you seen? What have you seen as a tendency in your relationships with your partner?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe infidelity, maybe lying, maybe abandonment, betrayal, rejection. What are you seeing that maybe you can say, oh, I have this repetitive pattern, and now that you are being aware of it, turn around and see your mom. How was the relationship between mom and dad? Did infidelity happen? Who was lying in that relationship? Or who was rejected? Or who abandoned who? Because, see, it is a pattern that hasn't been healed. That's why maybe you went through the same. We are being loyal in that sense to our mother. So if, let's say, mom didn't like that my father was had infidelity. How he
Yeah,
was, yeah,
infidelity, yeah.
yeah, with there was a betrayal. Let's say mom felt betrayed by dad because he had this infidelity with another woman. Then maybe you
Unfaithful.
unfaithful, yes. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe you attracted also a man just like that because mom attracted a man who betrays. So I'm having permission to do it as mom because I'm being loyal to mom because mom says men do this. So I'm like, well, men are like that. So I attract the same, even though it's not
Mm-hmm.
what I want. See, because I know down here I say, oh my God, I saw that dad betrayed mom and I didn't like that and I don't want a man like that. Well, guess what? If you haven't healed this memory, then the memory is happening again to you. And you will
Mm-hmm.
live the sort of the same wound of betrayal, not only with your partner, but maybe with others in business or whatever. It will manifest somehow in your life.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It will continue to manifest until you observe it, you look at it, and you do the work to heal it.
Yes, exactly. And it says here that maybe the unresolved emotions, look the word that I'm using, emotional emotions of anger, resentment, or sadness are still held in their hearts.
They're hidden. They're hidden in there.
Yes, and they might say, oh, no, 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 I already forgave your father. But within that heart, there is a resentment that maybe hasn't been healed. And maybe when we get to experience betrayal, maybe we also feel resentment. So is this my resentment or is my mother's resentment the one I'm feeling? I'm being loyal to mom, so maybe I'm doing it like my mother. So it means that I'm carrying that emotion that she couldn't heal.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is exactly what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
So just to say this, most of the emotions that are like disaligned from love or misaligned from love are carried from the system, from the systemic family system. See? So it's not really that everything is already there and we are carrying that. So it means that maybe you went through experiences and you maybe created new memories, yes, but those feelings of not being able to feel at peace that haven't been resolved from the past, the ones that don't give you peace, are those that you need to heal today.
And you will create the scenario to awaken that in you so that
Yes,
you can go ahead and then heal it.
yes. So if it happens to you, see it as a blessing
Yes.
and embrace it and say, okay, I'm feeling frustrated or I'm feeling resentment or I'm feeling anger. Probably my mother felt the same way with my dad when he did the same to her. And I'm now being aware that I came to heal this sort of dynamic in my system
Mm-hmm.
because I want to do it differently. So it is a blessing that I'm being able to at least see it.
Mm-hmm. And it can be challenging, but it is the blessing.
Yes. And it is the first step
Mm-hmm.
to say, yes, those memories are within me. That means they come in my genetic information, my epigenetics, and my genetic information.
So
So
I say they will say I do
I do.
to begin the healing process in it.
Yes, exactly.
It's such a heavy topic that you have to throw a little humor in it because it,
Yes,
it could be very heavy.
yes. The more you hear, the more you can laugh of the stories that happen to you. It's like, oh, again, no. And then you laugh, but at least it's not painful anymore.
Right. There's a lot more awareness and a
Yes,
lot more understanding.
yes, yes, yes. You can say, okay, I'm in the process of healing this, and it happened to me again, and I can see where it comes from, and I'm in the process of liberating this. And the
Yes.
more I see it, the more I'm aware of it, the more I liberate my ancestors and what they felt and all of their stories, integrating their destiny, which is within me, I can liberate it, and I can liberate myself.
Yes, like as I said, the truth will set you free.
Yes,
And
exactly. And then if it happens again, you'll be able to
you're
kind of
one
like,
notch higher.
yeah,
Oh, I got you. I see you.
yes, and you can laugh of that
Yeah.
instead of being, oh, it's so painful and suffering, and I need a psychologist because I need to
Right.
overcome this and I don't know
It
how.
won't drown you.
Yes,
Like before it would drown you now you're one step higher. So it won't
exactly.
drown you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, beautiful. So maybe what you haven't accepted from your own experiences is probably what they could not accept or transcend either. See, and we're talking about the ancestors that couldn't
Hmm.
transcend this. They couldn't accept the realities or what happened. It's like they couldn't accept because it was so hard and they still cannot accept it. I know some older women who say, no, I'm not going to forgive that because it was too much. But you, when you see things from this new angle, from understanding that we accepted to come to heal those wounds and that those unconscious dynamics of our family system, then we can get to change that. No matter if the ancestors didn't get to do it, if we have these eyes to see from this perspective and we do this process of healing, we will be able to liberate ourselves from doing it the same.
Hmm.
Remember that we attract just anything by vibration. When we keep attracting the same dysfunctionality over and over, is because we are vibrating in the same insane energy. So unconsciously, we magnetize a perpetrator to become the victim or vice versa. See, we are vibrating in the unconsciousness of my family system. If I haven't healed those dysfunctions, let's say, then I'm vibrating from them. And I'm not, I mean, there's no one person, it's not an extension of anyone who doesn't have anything to heal.
Right.
We, all the members of the system, of that family system, came to heal something. See your part.
I'm gonna bottom line. We all came to heal something. We
Yes.
sure did.
Yes. So you are vibrating with that energy. And that's why you are attracting more of the same. See, so it is important that you understand this part because you are vibrating in that energy. And that's why more dysfunction happens to you. And we want you to change that. And so we are giving you the information here of why it happens to you. But just know that all of this happens with the best intentions of healing it. The consciousness of all is always aligning encounters to create inclusion, acceptance, and reconciliation. Okay, we're gonna stop here. When we said that that experience that creates conflict in your life that you don't like is a blessing, is for you to see that if I get to include or integrate, then I can liberate it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, so if I don't get to accept it or accept that the reality was like that, or the destiny or our destiny with our parents was like that, with our mother was like that, then we cannot change it. Because the acceptance is the first step to say, but it was as it was.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key. Yeah, because it's like, it was as it was, it is as it is.
Yes. And we cannot change what happened before,
Mm-mm.
but we can change it from here. As much as I see you, Mom, I see that you couldn't do it differently. Yes. And that my inner child is feeling that these needs weren't fulfilled. But me, the adult, now is going to take care of this inner child. And I'm not going to be looking for that uh, gap to fulfill that gap somewhere else because the love is within me, because we come from a source of love.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying this yesterday, I don't know, it just comes to me that for us to take that infinite source of love, we must go through a bridge. And the bridge is our parents, is our family system. So if we get to go across this bridge
Mm-hmm.
and embrace the destiny of what happened with our parents and with what happened with our ancestors, we can overcome that bridge. And on the other side is that source of plenty and infinite love, which is our source. Because our true mother, our true mother and father are not our parents. They were our channels to get here. But life brought us here with the intention of create evolution, transcendence, or whatever. So our original parents are still that energy of love and strength are there, and they were within each of our ancestors. They just couldn't recognize it because they got lost in their own pain and suffering. And so they couldn't give you that because they didn't see it within themselves.
Right.
But today we are able to see it from this view, embrace our parents, and get to the origin where that source is awaiting for us. And so when we get to fulfill ourselves with that love, then we can give it to our inner child. And then we can
Yes.
feel complete.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the journey.
That beautiful, magical word of feeling complete
Yes,
and whole. Yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
How beautiful. I
That
so
is the
love it.
journey.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the journey. So it says here that I got lost. Where were we? Just the universe knows that this is the only way to stop the unconscious patterns and to facilitate the future generations' path.
Yeah. We take a moment of silence
Yes. Sometimes we
as
talk,
we embrace that.
yes,
Yes.
sometimes we talk about I want a different world. I want to live a different world for my children, for my grandchildren. But if we don't do that part, then they won't get that part. And at this moment, it's not up to anybody. It's not up to the government. It's not up to church. It's not up to any structure. It's up to each of us to create that change,
Yes.
especially women.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot, and when I said a lot, no, tons of inclusion to make, especially with the masculine energy.
Yes. And I say yes because that is so, so true.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, once we truly, truly understand that, and it
Mm-hmm.
might be, you might have to go in steps.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand. You understand your work. You understand your mission.
yes. So welcome to this journey.
The world of being mothers,
Yes,
women, this is what we chose to live.
and we chose to be women at this
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that you're hearing
I
and
say yes
listening
to it.
to this information. Yes, we
Yeah.
say yes
Yes, we
to
say
it.
yes. We say,
Yes,
I do. I accept it.
I accept it. And so, as we accept other things unconsciously and the unconsciousness of what we haven't been able to see within myself, we say yes to being women, we say yes to being mothers, we say yes to heal this. See? So, just taking responsibility for our part is important.
Yes.
And acknowledging that.
Yes.
Acknowledging that, oh, I say yes to that. Am I doing my part? Am I taking the steps? Am I willing to take an extra step and do a family constellations to heal my mom, my relationship with my mother?
And those are all good questions that we should always ask
Mhm,
ourselves
mhm.
because that is what will lead us to the step that we need to do the healing, bring us to the family constellation so we can see where it all began, how
Yes,
it began, and then we can then do the healing to transform, transmute, and evolve from it.
there you go. So that was our intention to share with you this information tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can see our mother from a different angle, from a different angle and no, not as the child, not as the child, but more of from the adult angle and say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, but my mom is also a woman who was trying to heal something that she couldn't heal. And that's why I repeated it. And maybe that's why our destiny was like that. And now I can see it and see it from this mature way and not from the child. Because if I was my inner child seeing this picture, I wouldn't be able to understand why mom didn't give me what I needed.
Right. I mean, nowadays we do have more tools
Mhm.
that they didn't have then. So we embrace that.
Yes, definitely. So it's important to understand the psychology of each human. And they, beyond being our mothers, were human in a
Mm-hmm.
process also of learning and experiencing and transcending something they actually didn't even know what they were doing.
Right. And that's the key thing. They didn't even know. They were totally in the unconscious.
They were just walking a journey when they come here as souls and say, well, I'm here to do something I don't even know, but I'm living this life thinking that life is just what it is. But today that we have this new awareness and that we can see what we are really doing here today in this plan of the process of evolution, we can say, okay, they took some steps to facilitate my path.
Yes. And we say thank you to them
So we
for
want
doing
to
that.
honor,
Yeah, honor them.
honor, yes,
Absolutely.
we want to honor all our mothers,
Yes.
right? Because they did facilitate our path,
Yes.
even though we might not see it today because maybe if you haven't done these steps, maybe you still cannot see it, but they did. And
Yeah.
because of them, we are also here.
Yes.
So we honor you, all mothers of the world.
All women.
Yes, all women. We are doing the best we can, and we will be doing more as much as we get to embrace this energy.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Hi, Maria. She's saying good evening. Oh my goodness. Evening. Thank you so much for being here. We
Yeah.
have 9 more minutes, so if you have any questions, we are opening to do some Q&A because I know you might have some questions,
Yeah.
or maybe your story. Say, well, yeah, my story was this, and it was this with mom, and I never get to see mom in the way maybe you are talking about today. And so maybe this will give you a possibility to also create a change because
Right.
once you see your mom again, not as mom, but as a woman, and I'm seeing her as a person or a woman or a soul in a process of evolution, then you can see differently with different eyes. It'll be easier for you to embrace that healing.
And that's the key, seeing your parents, your mom in the process of
Mhm.
evolution.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, her soul is evolving.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know if you have any questions. Please leave your comments here. We are on. Oh, how beautiful, Clau. Gloria is in the airport and she's sending us love. Beautiful.
And we accept it. Ooh,
Yes, we
yes.
are. We accept that love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will continue next Friday. We will be going deeper with this topic of the inclusion
Mhm.
because actually we are talking about inclusion because our mother, as I said, if she didn't include someone or something, then we as children might not be including as well.
Yes.
And that's why we brought this topic tonight. The inclusion, accepting that my mom didn't include, but if I get to see this, I can get to see to say, okay, mom, I accept your destiny, and what you didn't want to accept or include, I decide to create this inclusion.
Hmm.
And and you create that order.
We decide to do it differently.
Yes, yes. And you will see how by you doing just those little steps, you will feel the difference.
Yes.
You will feel more light and you will feel at peace.
Yes.
You will feel this order, and maybe this order will manifest in your life in ways that you might not expect, but you will be able to see related to how others see you and how you connect with others. Because this inclusion is about reconnecting life.
Yes. Couldn't have put it better. It's about reconnecting life.
Yes, yes, yes. So, well, oh, the internet. It seems that the
It comes back.
reconnection. Look at that. The one.
Even the computer is reconnecting, the internet is reconnecting at
Isn't
different
that
spots for us.
something we were talking
We are
about?
reconnecting.
Reconnecting, and then the screen on Instagram appears to say reconnecting.
Yes.
That's the word we needed to hear. There's
Yes.
no mistake. The synchronicity, even of technology, is with us at this moment saying reconnect. So that's the word we can close this this video with?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Today, this topic on the mom, even though I'm sure we'll talk about that again.
Yes.
But
Oh, yes, definitely. Because the mother is a topic
it's a big
that
one, yeah.
definitely, yes, it is a lot. A lot.
A
You will
lot.
see, because we're gonna be
Mhm,
talking a
mhm.
lot about the mother throughout these chapters. So if you haven't purchased your
Buy the
book,
book.
buy the book.
Definitely,
You
definitely.
can find it in Alchemy for the Soul, that link, or also in Amazon. And also, we want to invite you to join us for our tribe meeting through Zoom, because we meet once a month through Zoom, so we can have a different connection, a different connection
It's
where we
even
can.
more intimate, which is nice.
Yes, it's more intimate, and we get to see each other and to see our faces and to bring all these questions. And then we do these exercises to create order. And it's just beautiful to open up there and feel like you are in a tribe where you can feel more comfortable and you can feel safe to open and express yourself.
Yeah, Maria, she's saying sometimes I am angry and I don't know why.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes. So
That is
that's
that is common, yes.
so that's the topic we were talking about before you came, Maria. We were talking about how when our mother couldn't express that anger,
Hmm.
then we somehow learned, or we as children, because this is what happens, we sacrifice or we carry what our parents couldn't resolve.
Hmm.
So let's say, I'll do it just like you, mom. I'll carry that for you, mom. I will sacrifice for you, mom. And then you ended up doing it the same as
Yes.
mom, feeling the same when things happen to you. That would be the first way to respond to life. And because it was something that you got permission from your mom energetically. And today we want to liberate that. Thank you for sharing that, Maria. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it
The
is.
beautiful part of this is that you are recognizing what feelings come to you and what emotions come to you that you haven't been able to recognize. And just by saying that is the first step to change it.
Yes.
Because you're saying, yes,
Hmm.
I am allowing myself to feel this. And because I don't know where it comes from, maybe it comes from my ancestors, but I'm allowing myself to feel this when this happens to me. I'm not going to recreate more unconsciousness by saying things or doing things that can create more conflict, but I'm going to work with that emotion because I need to find the root of it.
Right. Yep.
The root of that.
You sit it and just observe it. Observe it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's the beginning steps. I mean, the gift right here that you're receiving is that you are aware.
Yes,
So now you're going to answer the question why. And that comes through observing it.
yes. So we are going to leave the link for you to join us next Wednesday. Is the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when we will be meeting. It's free, by the way, it's free. You can just register, leave your email, and we will see you there. I
Yeah.
am going to try to set that here in Instagram because I need to find the link, but I promise I will do. And so you can have the link to register. And also, I will add the link here in YouTube, and I also will add it in Facebook so you can have the information to register. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 8, where we will be more open and embrace each other and share and express and heal together as one.
Definitely. And please, if this resonates with you, please share it
And give us a like.
and give us the like. Yes, don't
Yes,
forget the likes
yes.
and share it.
And
Okay.
yes, thank you so, so much for being so present and for sharing and participating. We hope to see you next Friday again at 8 p.m.
Yes. All right. Everybody have a good evening. And
Yes,
thank you for joining us.
yes, we're sending love
And lots of love. Lots of love.
and infinite blessings to all.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.